this was off. Okay. So let's see. So that seemed to help. Thanks, Tiffany. Hey, Tiffany. Okay. We were just getting some feedback. I don't know if we still will. I think we did a little bit. Maybe check it. Okay. So anyways, thanks for coming to lunch in Arbor Marketing. I'm Derek Maribon, CEO of Ingenix Digital Marketing, and up here with me is Stacy Pollock from Dollar Bill Printing. And is there anyone here for their very first lunch in Arbor Marketing meeting? Very first. Lots of people. Welcome. Well, I think you're in for a treat, you know. So we do meet here like every Wednesday. That's a little too low, Caroline. We do meet here every Wednesday, and except for we're taking off July and August this summer. And I know, don't freak out, but you can go on vacation. We are taking off July and August, then we usually take off like Christmas and New Year's Day. But every other Wednesday we're here, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit focused on marketing education. So these programs are being recorded by Roger Rail, live streamed right now. People are watching from their desktops around the world. You can watch all this great programming. We also just announced last week, where's Wayne? Wayne Aker in the back. He built us an iPhone app, which is brilliant. So we have an iPhone app. And so you can't watch the live stream on your iPhone app, but you can watch the entire archive of all the talks. You can see who's coming, you can track the Twitter feed, the LinkedIn feed, the Facebook on your iPhone, right? So who doesn't have an iPhone? It's okay, we understand, yes. It's okay. We're working on the Android, right? Right, Wayne? Yeah. Okay, so anyways, enough BS. But the reason Steve, pardon? Oh yes, I want to thank Tammy Burgess from Women Making Connections. She is our sponsor this month, which is a very great thing to do. And she's going to tell you something real quick.
I just wanted to let you all know that our Google event tonight is sold out, but we will have information on the website if you'd like more information about SEO and what Google has to say. We are having events in July and August, but not on Christmas and New Year's Day. And all those information, the events are listed on the back of this card, which is outside. And the special for all LA2M members is a 2-for-1 deal for our next event, which is at the RE/MAX location on Eisenhower, and it's have you reached your tipping point? So if you don't know about the tipping point, either see me or come to our event on June 7th. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, so that sounds fun. So the reason Stacy's up here is because we're old school, which means we pass the hat, which means it's free to attend LA2M. All these great benefits are free. If you want lunch, obviously you can pay Conor O'Neill's $10, which includes your lunch, a drink, and a tip, which is wonderful. But if you want to contribute, we suggest $3. Of course, you don't feel like you have to contribute. And Stacey will pass the hat. She's our treasurer. And let's see, what else? Okay, just to give you an idea of format, the speaker's going to talk for about 30 minutes. We'll have some time maybe for Q&A. We do introductions, and then we're getting a quick demo at the very end. And I hope you can stay for this, because Ed Farrell, who founded a company called CrowdJuice, is going to give just a 2-minute demo at the end of how you can actually use it. So it's pretty easy to use, and LA2M is getting free access to CrowdJuice, which is pretty cool. So our speaker today is the guy I'm happy to be friends with. He's a cool guy. His name's DaveLinabury, and he's spoken at LA2M. We try and get him out here from time to time, as we do with some of our best speakers. And Dave is head of things like interactive and social media and digital. And he works at Campell-Ewald, which is an agency that's near and dear to my heart because I used to work there. And Dave's awesome. So let's give him a big round of applause. DaveLinabury.
Hey, can you guys hear me? You guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to talk about a trend that's going on that is, if you look at the papers, all you're going to see about is either mobile or social media as being two big emerging trends to pay attention to. But there's a bigger one that's going on that a lot of people are not paying attention to, and they talk about it, but they haven't actually recognized how big this trend is. And then I think it's the biggest one this century so far this year. And there's online data appearing in offline objects. So stuff you might see in social media is actually occurring in the real world rather than just on websites. And I'm going to show you a whole bunch of examples of those things and some little video clips of these. The most simple one, of course, you guys all seen are QR codes. But when you think about a QR code, it's kind of weird because you're taking a photograph of a poster and getting sent to a link or a video. So a piece of paper is actually serving as a hyperlink. Those are everywhere, and almost every magazine has them now, so they're not that unique anymore. But they're like the simplest, lowest example of this. A weirder one is, how many of you have been to Vegas and seen the new Microsoft Surface tables? A couple. The tables themselves are touch sensitive. You can put your credit card down the table and it reads the mag strip on the back of your card and bills. If there's like a couple of people at the table, you can put all your cards down there and it splits the bills as many people as are on the table. So it kind of like eliminates the work for a lot of the wait staff, but it also makes it a lot more accurate, and there's fewer mistakes because you can see everything you're ordering, and it's all like you see a commercial. You can push things around. It's a pretty neat device. But the best example, the best place it's being used right now is in places like Vegas, who actually have a real use for it. Nobody else has really found much use for it. How many of you have seen the Sixth Sense technology? It's been out for like 2 years now that MIT did. 3. Okay. This guy, Prabhat Mistry, he's a young guy. He's probably will be a billionaire by next year. He invented a really simple thing using just 3 pieces of off-the-shelf technology that he bought for $350. He took a webcam, a little mini projector, and a cell phone. He used the cell phone to connect to the internet. The webcam projects items into, the little projector projects into space what he's looking at, and he has little markers on his screen. I don't know if you see those little colored things. Those are actually just, this is how low tech he got with it. They're just marker caps, magic markers. And he used them to recognize what he's doing. And he could do simple gestures like put his hands like this, and it would take a picture of exactly what was just in his fingertips, because it recognized that gesture as photograph. And if he went to a wall, he could go like that, and it would project all the photos he just took on the wall. He didn't need a special like Microsoft Service table. He could just do it anywhere. They also did some more unusual things. Some of them were a little controversial. One of them was it could facially recognize people and check back against their Facebook profile and then figure out who it was and then start projecting a tag cloud on their chest of words that describe them so he could make a conversation with them and know things about them. But that's a little creepy. So I don't know if that's ever going to make it to, I don't know if that was going to make the production, but this is, a lot of people have been putting money into this system because it's really, really cheap and inexpensive and small. How many of you see Microsoft Input? Oh, right. This is another one. I'm going to show you the actual video of this because it's easier just to watch the video than it is to explain it. But be warned, this guy talks like an engineer.
In this video, we present Skinput, a bioacoustic sensing technique that allows the body to be appropriated as an input surface. When a finger taps the skin, the impact creates an ensemble of useful acoustic signals. When slowed down 14 times, we can see transverse waves on the skin's surface. However, complex longitudinal waveforms also propagate through the body. To capture these signals, we developed a special-purpose bioacoustic sensing array. Variations in bone density, size, and mass, as well as filtering effects from soft tissues and joints, mean different locations are acoustically distinct. Software we developed listens for impacts and classifies them. Different interactive capabilities can be found to different locations. Here we see a user playing a game of Tetris using their fingers as a control pad. In our prototype system, we chose to focus on input for the arms and hands, and developed an armband for sensing. In our user study, we evaluated several input location sets, which demonstrated our approach could achieve accuracies as high as 95.5% for 5 locations, a sufficient number of buttons for many mobile interactions. Segmenting purposeful input from false positives is robust and remains functional while walking and jogging. Many uses are possible. Consider, for example, an audio player strapped to the arm, which could be controlled by taps to one's fingers. It is also possible to incorporate a pico projector into the armband already situated on the upper arm. This allows for not only sensing, but also projection of a dynamic graphical interface. Here, the system renders a series of buttons on the wearer's forearm. Users can simply click the desired function with their finger. This interface is hierarchical, allowing the user to access a wide range of potential functionality. As you can see, finger inputs are segmented and classified in real time. Alternatively, we developed a scrolling-based interface. Here, the user taps on the top or bottom of their forearm to slide the selection up or down one item respectively.
Okay, so sorry about the way that guy talks, but kind of get the hit is the idea that that's in the early stage. Within a year or two, that'll be a simple little armband, and it won't be a big deal to have those. Probably within 2 or 3 years, between what Pranav's doing with his 6 Sense technology and what Microsoft's doing, we will have some kind of small things and be able to project our phones and anything else we want onto ourselves very, very easily. So this stuff is now, it's not like 20 years out. And you've probably seen these on like ThinkGeek or other dumb places that there's t-shirts that actually accept input, like this t-shirt actually can hear how loud a room is or a concert, and it actually displays a live equalizer that reacts to the sound. There's also some that are little mini drum machines you can play. They seem kind of silly and trivial, and they are, but they're interesting experiments because it makes you question what the point of fashion is, and like, should it actually have functionality. Another one that's getting into that is Vera Wang. She's been doing a lot of interesting things lately with the idea of digital fashion. So this dress actually is black and white when you're indoors, but she's kind of like the idea of Wizard of Oz. So as soon as you walk outside, it turns color. But if you could do other things like your clothes could let people know you got a flu or things like that. I mean, it's possible to project things like that, or let people know you're a douchebag or things like that. Another one is you have that she's doing this video. This looks like if you actually see this dress on YouTube, it looks extremely uncomfortable because it's got 1,500 little video projectors in it, but it's constantly projecting random patterns and colors that never are the same twice. It's pretty cool. I just would hate to be the woman that wear it. A lot of you guys have seen these now at parks. They're making like they look like the little Livestrong rubber bracelets, but they actually have an RFID chip in them. Coke did a really neat experiment at I think at Disney, where they had 2,000 kids were given these armbands, and they were able to connect them to their Facebook profile. So every time they did something at the park that they liked, moving their armband near it automatically sent a like to their particular Facebook page. And these 2,000 kids in one day generated 350,000 likes for Coke, which is unheard, no one's ever done it before. And Armies and Navy are doing things with this right now for the Army-Navy games for watching where kids are going. One of the things they're doing with it is just seeing where do kids congregate at these games, because maybe we're in the wrong spots, with our advertising, so they went on and moved their marketing based on where the kids are moving. And these are really cheap. You can get these things online anywhere. If you just type in RFID bracelet, you'll find tons of these, and they're just like a buck a piece maybe. How many of you knew we ran out of IP addresses a couple weeks ago? The whole world, whole world ran out of IP addresses, but now we got new ones, and they're longer. I guess the couple billion wasn't enough, so now we have so many IP addresses. Every object, every blade of grass in the world can have its own IP address, because that's so necessary. And it makes me wonder about things like theft, like will drug dealers and things like that be able to actually assign IP addresses to bags and let people know exactly where they're hidden? It would be harder to find terrorists, or easier if every object in the world is locatable through geotagging. It's kind of a weird thing to think about. This is a really fun one. This guy named John Kestner does really cool experiments. I'm going to show you 2 things by him. The first one is this idea of smart wallets, and I'll show you one of them. They're one of the neatest things I've ever seen.
With physical money, we intuitively know how much we have and spend because it literally goes through our hands. The virtualization of money has magnified the gap between our decisions and the consequences. Do we have a grasp of how money comes and goes? The proverbial wallets unabstract money by pushing financial info back to an intuitive physical touchpoint. The wallet. The bumblebee buzzes to give feedback you can feel in your pocket for each bank transaction as it happens. The one for the buzz indicates relative amount, and the pattern indicates deposits or withdrawals. The mother bear is protective of the money within it when you need to be thrifty. It This hinge resists opening as you're approaching the The cutout swells and shrinks to reflect the balance in your accounts, which you can feel in your pocket. The assets will be on display as your transportation is. Proverbial wallets communicate with the cell phone through Bluetooth, using its data connection to get products from the bank and the bills right. Tactile feedback reflecting our balances and transactions helps us develop a conscious financial sense. This can inform responsible decisions. The proverbial wallets restore the benefits of tangibility to virtual money.
Pretty cool, huh? This is another one. I don't think you guys have seen this, but earlier this year it was announced that there's now a device that can get your fingerprints without you touching a glass or getting fingerprinted with ink. It actually can just see your hand and shoots two types of video, a vertical and horizontal light that reflect on your prints. And from 2 meters away, they can fingerprint you.
Wow.
They're going to use that for terrorists to protect the Marines a little bit because it's really, they don't want to go up to people and have to identify them, but this way they can be a little safer and still identify people. But it's kind of spooky. This is another neat one. This guy, I don't know if how many of you have ever used the zip cars around here? You guys don't know what the zip cars are? The little round cars? Yeah, so this guy in San Francisco said, what if we connected a zip car to Twitter so we could actually have communication with it? Like if you're going to be late, you got stuck in traffic returning it, you could let them know. So he put this little Hawaiian hula dancer on the, but she actually, you can talk to it, and whatever you say gets translated to text, becomes a tweet, goes directly to the Zipcar Twitter stream. So you can tell the next person that's waiting for that car, hey, I'm going to be late, I'm stuck in traffic, or something like that. It's a really neat idea. This looks like a nice painting, but it's actually, someone figured out a way to make a graffiti out of live plant material, and they made a paste that grows into moss. So you can actually have beautiful graffiti that you want to have and doesn't destroy the environment, and it's actually kind of cool. So it's an interesting idea. It's actually enhance the environment rather than destroy from it. Not that I love graffiti, but I think this is really cool. How many of you have done light painting with iPads? Okay, I'm just going to show you this really quick. This is something we did at Campell-Ewald that was kind of fun. We actually made a light painting using iPads and iPhones to create our holiday card.
So we're gonna use the iPad and the iPhone, so we're gonna create a hologram of our holiday message and we're gonna float in space.
We're going to find one word per iPad.
Shutters are going to stay open as long as I hold this down.
As we move the iPads across the table, there will be one long time-lapse display.
5, 6, and we're going to look at all these places.
3, 2, 1, attack. And we're going to do this over and over again. We're going to build up these layers of light. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Roll. Back to first position. 1, attack, attack, attack. May not be expected to do that 300 more times.
No, as we still place the icons and we'll build up another layer. Then we're going to use stop motion techniques to create the final message.
See us in the background. So all that was done with holograms, just using phones and iPads. But it was like 2 days work to get 9 seconds of film, but it was kind of their video. It was kind of fun.
How did you send it to people?
Sorry?
How did you send it to people?
We sent them a link to the YouTube video.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Here's another one someone did. You see all those lights? This guy actually made a long pole, and I actually made it was really long to get to the point with him. But it has lights all the way up and down, and the lights actually react to how much Wi-Fi signal there is. So he just kept taking stop motion photographs of himself, and you'd see so that's actually how strong the Wi-Fi signal is around Berlin. This is my favorite example. It's another one by the guy who did the smart wall. It's John Kessner, and it's called a social tableau, and you just have to see it because it's unbelievable. There's no voiceover. The thing I love about this was how simple it is, and you can't really see the technology. Everything in there was existing technology. He found an old drying printer scanner thing in the garbage and an old antique table, and combined them in a really unique way. But there's nothing new. But it made this really beautiful thing. I was thinking, how cool it'd be for like little kids to write letters to Santa and get photos back and write poems and stuff. You know, you can do some cool things with that. And this is my last example. This is the weirdest one. This is a guy in Korea who's doing very unusual things with television. And these are actually, rather than believing that the television screen should be one big thing, he believes it should be lots of little half-inch blocks that have mobility and can understand the relationship to each other almost like a live object. I just have to show it to you because it's really hard to explain what I'm saying, but it's... Is this time lapse? No. He's working on this as a live object that acts in your house. Right now it's a projected thing. It will be an actual art object.
How many strikes do I have? Answer the strike question. 3. No! See, something's wrong with you. I have 1, 2, 3. That's all I have. Oh, you're okay. How's the lucky fin? Lucky? Let's see. Are you sure you want to lose? Because there's no problem if you don't. You can wait 5 or 6 years. My dad, it's kind of cool. Forgot the Rocky. Do you want this in that thing?
I don't know if I'm excited or disturbed by that, but it's really, really cool technology. I personally think if he could actually make that thing work, it would be astonishing. And I like the idea that he's made it into not just a television as an entertainment device, but also as something useful around the house as like a little assistant, which is kind of how he was viewing this. Who is excited about that? How many people are totally disturbed? More disturbed. So I guess in closing about this, I just want to say, like, stop thinking about like things like social media and mobile as just these are the only emerging mediums, because I think the convergence of them, especially into this world, is more interesting. And start thinking about everything around you as being more of a communications canvas, because there's so many ways of doing this, and you can see everything from making live graffiti to moving televisions, you know, to picking up our remote. It's like people are moving things and moving data into our world in interesting ways. Some of them are a little more intrusive than others, but they're all really, really cool. And there's no limits to this, so pretty much anything you can think of, someone's going to find a way to make it communicate with something else. I've already seen a couple more that I wanted to add to this, but out of the interest of time I didn't, but thought it was kind of cool. So, if there's any questions?
Who's got a question? We do have a few minutes for questions. Well, hold it away from your mouth. Who has a question for Dave? Yes.
I would be worried about these public things, people hacking them. Like, somebody hacked a construction warning sign that wasn't being used.
Mm-hmm.
They said something like zombies ahead.
Yep. Yeah.
So, we got to have some protections on this kind of
That's true, yeah. On all these things, they got to. Things like but the funny thing is people who make things like those signs never assume someone would be interested in hacking them and putting a message in there. The reality is kids want to put messages everywhere, and we'll find a way to, so security should always be thought of in anything with software, period.
The band on the arm with all the lights and technology, how would you see that being used for business?
I think that's going to end up, it's very possible that we're not going to have cell phones as we know it. We may just move to something like that, where it just becomes something that you wear all the time, and all your whole, actually it has some advantages over a phone in that you have a larger area on your forearm than you do on your phone. So it might be easier to do things like if you have if anybody here has an iPhone and an iPad, they know that a lot of the stuff is a lot easier on the you can do it on the iPhone. You're all excited when you got it, but then you got an iPad, you're like, wow, it's even easier on this. And the same thing here. It's like if you've got a tiny little screen to type into, or your hand, and you can just talk to it or tap on it, it's going to be a lot faster and more efficient. I remember working on some technology about 9 years ago when I worked at GM, and we were working on voice-controlled cars. And one of the things we had issues besides people's accents and not talking clearly or having colds was how many of those things make sense? Isn't it easier just to go like that on a knob on a volume than just say radio volume turn up? No, just not that much. It was quicker just to do it. So some of the things ended up being like, well, yeah, it'd be nice to have a voice-controlled car, but maybe not, because it took so long to turn the radio down. You'd be in a lot of trouble if you saw an ambulance coming. You could not react fast enough with your voice. And so some things actually are quicker with your hands. So there's trade-offs in some of those technologies when you think about using your body.
Do you think you could transfer information if you and I were talking and I wanted to send you a file? I could just throw it
Sure, because there's Bluetooth for proximity, or allegedly the whole country's going to WiMAX this year. I don't actually believe it's going to happen, but if it does, we actually will have Wi-Fi signals so fast you can download all 9.5 hours of the Lord of the Rings trilogy in less time than you can microwave a bag of popcorn. That's supposed to happen this year. Don't believe it. I haven't seen the wires going up.
That's exciting. Dave, so how are some of these, because these are really cool, how are some of these ideas and new technologies and the merging of digital and regular everyday things influencing ideas you present to clients and influencing the way we market? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, actually a lot. I mean, because a lot of them, clients just like us get interested in new things too, and not just for a new shiny object syndrome, but just, hey, I want to try something new. Is there another way to, or we've noticed that these ways of marketing aren't either effective anymore, or they're not there anymore. They don't go to these places we used to market, or they don't. And where's some less obtrusive ways of advertising, or some ways they're just more part of their life. So that has been the biggest one. Like the Live Strong bracelets, that's a no-brainer. Kids love wearing those things, so it's an easy one to do. And we actually get an enormous amount of data out of those things. From kids walking around and just putting their hand near things. It's more than you'd ever get from things like television or,
How likely is it that you can keep criminals from illegally using these objects for they're also able to control.
They get into everything, and they make a lot of things too. Sometimes they make these things faster than legitimate people do. I mean, the mafia is probably got the best hackers in the world right now. And they're on top of it. They're hiring Eastern European programmers like crazy because those guys will work for anything. So yeah, it's same problem with everything.
Sounds super.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants more computer work.
Yes.
Dave, on the bracelet, is there an application to track your child where they're at safely?
There's a couple of them actually, and I have one at home myself. Actually, there's a company in called the Tag that has little stamps, little vinyl postage stamps. You can get them wet and everything. I stuck one to the bottom of my coffee mug, and if I wave it near my laptop, it reads me the weather and things like that in the morning. But if you can put them on a key fob of kids, because I saw a woman in Spain had done this. She gave her kids, she put one on their key fob, and when they came home from school, they just waved it near the, she had like an ashtray on her front desk that the RFID reader was in, and she instantly got a text message at work. She knew what time her kids got home. So that was kind of a cool application, and real simple, and she didn't have to program anything. It was just one of the options with the software was check-ins and send me a text if that happens. Yeah.
Great. Any other questions? Oh, over here. Okay.
Some of these ideas you presented remind me of like runway fashions. You know, they're great on the runway, but in real life, so what, in your opinion, what percentage of these ideas could really make it to a place where we're seeing them more? Some of them seem great for one-time event, kind of big splash. You know,
I think that video dress by Vera Wang was definitely no chance that someone would wear that unless they can get it down to where it's like that T-shirt. The LED T-shirt is actually flat. You can't really, it's really, really thin, the amount of computing in there. You know, so it's kind of like you get those little singing cards in Hallmark, you know, and those are so dumb, but when you think about it, that card has more computing power than the whole world had prior to 1950. You know, and even more than the whole Apollo missions did.
Wonderful. All right. Oh, it's your neighbor. They're good.
Real quick, all these tools and resources look really nice, and as you said, they're ever changing and evolving. Is there a website or a blog or anything that you suggest that we go to stay in the know of what's coming up and what's out there?
There's a couple of them. Mashable is really good if you want to keep up on mobile and social. It's mashable.com.
One more time?
Mashable, like mash and then able.com. That site is updated about 20 times a day by over 40 writers, so there's always something going on there. And it's like, if there's just certain kind of technology you're interested in, you can just read that channel and not read the rest of it. And obviously the big ones like ThinkGeek, TechCrunch, Engadget, those big ones, they do keep up on everything and they are pretty quick about it. But one of my favorite ways to do this is go to some of the bookmarking sites like Delicious, which, don't worry, it didn't go away, it got moved last night. Go to Delicious and type in a tag of something you're interested in. I'll type in things like inspiration or futurism or things like that and see what people have bookmarked. Because if I see what other people thought was valuable, it's very likely they're, professors are using Delicious and all kinds of thinkers are using that. So if you're looking at how what other people thought was important enough to bookmark and share, it's very likely something really, really cool. And the fact that it's all live bookmarking, you see these things coming up new every day, you get new links all the time. So I don't actually have a set number of sites I look at. I look at probably 200 sites a week to keep up on things. But there are different all the time, there's different 200 all the time, because I want to keep stimulated. So that's why I look at things like, okay, what's Vera Wang doing? Who knows? You never know if you find things like that.
It's good that you have this kind of talk because, like with cell phones, before cell phones, if somebody was talking to themselves walking down the street, you kind of wonder about them. So there's a little cultural stuff. Now, when you have people doing all these gestures, you don't know if they have Tourette's or if they're actually controlling something.
Yeah, they're crazy or have a cell phone. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So there's going to be some cultural shifts here.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you have any
any examples of clients that are starting to use this new technology? I actually teach at Adrian College, and I'm always trying to use new technology to engage the students. And I know with the generation coming up and marketers trying to target them, I just wonder what sort of clients are using these technologies.
My favorite new one was Conan O'Brien. He hired a company in Britain that was a little format shop. They were able to hack Foursquare so that you could check into his big orange blimp that was flying around the country. And Foursquare is only supposed to be for checking into places, and they figured out how to check into a moving object. And there's been more check-ins to that than and all the Manhattan landmarks, which was kind of funny. But that was kind of a cool idea. But so Conan's obviously interested in things like that. For us, OnStar is about to release some insane stuff this fall that I can't talk about, but it's really cool. The Navy is always our favorite for that, and the post office too. We do a lot of work with them. They love doing stuff with augmented reality. I made an augmented reality app. I should have actually found a way to show it, but if you guys ever want to download the Stella Artois app, which is a deer, I designed that app, and what it does is if you hold it up over the city, you'll see the video of everything around you, but you'll see Stella logos popping up over places that sell Stella and tell you how many feet they're away. Well, if you use it several times during the day, it assumes you've been drinking a lot, and it'll start giving you taxis instead.
That's great. All right, well, hey, you know what? Let's give Dave a big round of applause. So we'll do introductions, and then I'm hoping, Ed, if you want to come up, you can probably get the crowd juice thing set up, see if we can demo, but we just go around the room and please just name.
Maybe turn off the wireless one.
All right, weird. Yeah, okay. Well, give us your name and your company. Your name, your company, and real briefly, if there's anything we can help you out with. And let's see if we can get around the room in about 15 minutes, which I think we can. And you want to start? Yes, you're first, please. Yes, thank you.
My name is Richard Roy. I work for Digital Image Studios in Farmington Hills. We're a post house and production house doing video and CGI computer graphics and communication media. I was invited by my friend Kevin.
Hi, I'm Mary Suzanne Paddock. I'm an executive coach and consultant. I coach C-level executives and small business owners to lead and live as their best selves and to achieve what they want in their lives and work. And I began my career as an intern at Campell-Ewald, and I'm going to date myself, in like 1991.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi, I'm Kevin Gillespie. I work with Derek at Ingenix. I'm very proud to do so. As always, we're doing a whole bunch of exciting stuff down there, so if you get a minute, come down and see us. We can talk about what we did. Thanks.
I'm Monty Fowler, weblivestudios.com. I do freelance computer consulting, and if you'd like to have a WordPress site and blog, I can help you out.
Hi, I'm Dee Davey. I'm an independent marketing contractor, and I help medium-sized businesses ensure that they're offering the right things to the right customers for the right reasons and in the right ways. Dee Davey.
Tammy Burgess with Women Making Connections, and just a reminder, there's a little paper on your table. LA2M is the discount code. It's a 2-for-1 entrance fee in our next event. Thanks.
I'm Sherry Halko. I'm with Saker Business Systems. We do business printing and promotional products. If you want your name on it, we can do it.
I'm Chuck Newman, the founder and chairman of the board of Recellular Inc., and I'm here because my son has a special interest in linking the physical and digital world through the media of the camera on the smartphone.
Susan Harris, tech writer, work for myself, write about internet infrastructure, protocols, technology, depending on how you look at it, a high or low level, I write for engineers.
Hi, I'm Brett Borsvold, and I'm studying doing AdWords for small business.
I'm Bob Amarigian. I'm an angel capital investor looking for new investment opportunities.
I'm Carol Lesher. I work for Ozone House, which is a local nonprofit, and
It provides support and services for at-risk youth. I pass something around about an event, and I'm always looking for inspiration about what's new and coming up.
I'm Roger Rail. I do video here and a few other places like Detroit New Tech tonight from the Campell-Ewald building, Quicken Loans offices downtown. And a couple of weeks will be A2 New Tech. So some of the same kind of stuff that was shown here today, some of those things show up at these tech events.
Hi, I'm Jane Delancey. Falling over, Jane Delancey of Delancey Design, and we do website development and design.
Hi, I'm Susan Hunsberger of Strategize Organize LLC. I'm a professional organizer. I help people organize their paper, things, in space in residential and also educational settings.
Hello, my name is John Porter. I'm really interested in this, these meetings here to learn a lot of things. Between jobs, this is a good place to learn new things, and I'm open to employment opportunities if somebody needs somebody who has an IT background and a tech writing background. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Mary Christensen. I'm a graphic designer. I'm also a partner in a company called Sunrise, and we're helping communities and companies reach new markets by transcending language barriers.
I'm Brian Schilling, and I'm a marketing intern for the summer at Clarity Quest Market.
Hi, I'm Mike Hensel. Work for InMotion Studios. We make information videos for people's websites and social media outlets.
I'm Wayne Aker on a company called Zingenuity. We make websites with Drupal and now iPhone apps as well.
Hi, I'm Megan McCann with Search Ad Marketing. We help small and mid-sized businesses get found online using Google AdWords and Facebook. And I want to tell you about an event coming up this Saturday. It's a Facebook boot camp. It's a full-day event to teach business owners the power of Facebook marketing and what you can do from A to Z. For information on that, you can visit www.searchwithsam.com. Megan McCann, Search Ad Marketing.
Hi, my name is Ed, and I have a company that does web development using WordPress. It's called Linabury Group, and also we do a lot of search engine marketing.
Hi everybody, I'm Andy Flynn. I'm an IT consultant, and I'm a WordPress consultant as well. And first meeting, glad to be here.
Hi, I'm Shannon Beeman. I'm with the Michigan Small Business and Technology Development Center of Washtenaw Community College. We're a nonprofit that works with small businesses. Everything a business could be A to Z. We serve Washtenaw, Lenawee, Jackson, and Hillsdale counties.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Reisner from GenX Digital. We do search engine optimization, website design. We do pay-per-click advertising. We're Google AdWords certified with over 10 years of experience, so it's really exciting. Did I see someone from Recellular today?
Just exiting.
Hi! My fiance got his start at Recellular, so it's always really exciting. Yeah, it definitely was. He loved it, so we're really proud of the growth he's had. Chris Mullins. Yes. So thank you for coming. It's always exciting to see those real-life connections here. So.
Hi everyone, I'm Megan Crosby with the Charles Reinhardt Company, but I wanted to quick tell you about the Women's Exchange of Washtenaw. We're having our May Forum on May 20th, so go to wxwbusiness.com. Check out a video that Mike did and you'll learn why you should be there.
Hi, my name is Amanda Butcher and I am the LA2M intern.
Hello, I'm Ross Johnson. Part of the time I run a company called 3.7 Designs, which is a web design company. The other part of the time it typically runs me. I also co-organize WordPress and Arbor, which is a free group that meets the last Wednesday of every month to talk about using WordPress, developing in WordPress, and that sort of thing. So if you're interested, see me afterwards. I can tell you more about it.
Hi, I'm Amy Ma. I do alternative energy, but I also just started a website called HCDiamond.com, and that's a business for integrating wholesale retail diamond jewelry for starting on maybe about 4,000 retail jewelry stores in the United States, but really the horizon is global. And I'm really excited about the talk today because I want to bring all this digital and all these new things into diamond jewelry, so that it's not only just a jewelry, but it's a virtual currency. It's also a means for nonprofit and a social media as well.
Hello, I'm Amber from VC Web Design, and we do anything from search engine marketing to IT support, designing your website, maintaining, using Google AdWords and explaining exactly how to use these products to customers. And I really did enjoy this presentation, learning all the different tools that are out there and basically learning anything that's coming in the future.
Hi, I'm Kyle Stoof with the Whole Brain Group. We do WordPress website development, social media strategy, mobile app design, search engine marketing, everything. Make sure you come by next week. I hear we have a really handsome speaker. I will be here with Team Motown talking about our Chevy South by Southwest Road Trip Challenge. And then also, if you like weekly events, meeting in real life, talking about cool tech things and what's going on in the digital space, we just launched Tweet Tea and Arbor last night. So Tiffany and I will be hosting. We think we're going to go every other week. But we are going to be every week, Tuesday night. Right now we're down at Mighty Good Coffee. So if you have any questions about Tweet Tea or anything like that, you can ask me. You can also ask Dave.
I'm Stacy from Dollar Bell, the local digital print shop. But my ask is, when is the weather going to be nice? I was under 3 blankets, my Uggs, my earmuffs at soccer and baseball last night, and I am tired of it. So if anybody can tell me when the weather's going to change, come see me.
Soon.
Hi, I'm Angelina Vergary, and I do freelance search marketing and pay-per-click advertising.
Thanks, Angelina. Mark Reynolds, Grow Biz Group, and I'm promoting a leadership event this Friday. You can come see Seth Godin. If you call me, I'll let you know how to do it. He's actually being simulcast from Atlanta, but you know, that's my little secret.
Boy, search marketing seems to be the theme here today. I'm Bud Gibson. I started the search marketing program at Eastern. We're in the business of teaching people how to become effective search marketers. A number of students here today, Brett and Angelina, are making great inroads with small and medium-sized businesses, helping them get found in Google.
Hi, I'm Kathy Szynski, a contract marketing consultant with RJ Conlon Marketing and Design, and I also work in the master's program at Eastern in integrated marketing communications.
Hi, I'm Beth Heiss, and I'm a marketing professor at Adrian College, and I also help a business from home, Sun Towels.
Hi, I'm Monica Toppin. I'm an account associate and business development team member at Icon Interactive here in Ann Arbor.
Hello everyone, I'm AJ Deeds. I'm with Loving Works here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We market the health and wellness products of Dr. Kyle Morgan. She's an alternative medicine DO. And we're focusing right now on her product that's called the Weight Balancing System. And you can drop 10 to 25 pounds per month in a simple, easy, safe way. So we're a business that's not selling any kind of marketing service. I love all the folks here who are doing that. But if you want to look great for the upcoming beach season, when the weather does warm up, come and see me.
I want to look great. Lanny White with Grow Biz. I'm still looking for people who are experienced interviewers for business interviews on survey data. So if you are or know someone who has that background, I wonder if you could get in touch with me. growbiz.org, white@growbiz.org.
Hi, I'm Debbie Eater. I'm an associate advisor for a venture crew with the Boy Scouts, and it's a leadership mentoring program for young adults in the wild, actually. It's high adventure.
Hi, I'm Mike Wynn, and my Cub Scout doesn't go in the wild.
Mike Wood was saying, the training where we help folks sell more and sell more easily. I got a couple of exciting announcements. Good, really good, and even better. So the good one is we've got a one-day seminar coming up Wednesday, May 25th on how to be a better networker. So if you want your time and networking events to be productive, it's a great thing to go to. And the reason there's good news is because since you know Derek, it's half off. All of our clients get to invite people they know at half off. If you're one of our clients, paid us enormous sums of money, you get to come for the custom materials, $36. So please come, that's the even better news. And the even better news is we have the Chamber of Commerce reception. Remember reception? May 19th, it's absolutely free. Come and party with us.
Hi, my name is Angela Clark. I am an empowerment facilitator. I believe in educating our communities. My focus is on high school and college students, so if you have any inroads to that, I would appreciate it. My focus is on financial and physical security. I teach identity theft, budgeting, credit reports, and refuse to be a victim, things that we can all do to lessen the likelihood that we are targeted for a crime. Angela with E3 Consulting. Thank you. Oh. You were going to hit me, weren't you? I also wear a second hat. I am president of the Women's Council of Washtenaw County. We are the official sponsor of the Athena Award. We are currently looking for a couple of outstanding women that are looking to contribute to the community, looking to build, help professional women for a stronger community. So if you know anyone that is interested in participating in a women's organization, developing their leadership skills, come see me. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm trapped in the corner. I'm Cynthia Richardson. I own a company called People Focused, and I connect extraordinary candidates with extraordinary companies. So if you have a need for recruiting services, please contact me. And if you haven't had a good reason to sign up for the WXW Forum 11 that Megan talked about, you have a better reason now because I am one of the co-presenters at one of the workshops. So if you want to learn how to build a high-performing team, please sign up. Thanks.
Good afternoon. My name is Tatiana Grant, and I'm with Infuse PR and Events, and we do public relations, event planning, and brand management for small businesses, professional athletes, and nonprofit organizations. And Derek was my professor at Michigan State and taught social media to me when I was in grad school.
Good afternoon. My name is Deidre Bounds. I am with Ignite Social Media. You can tell by our name that we do social media. Everything from strategy development to implementation in all social media vehicles. We are headquartered in Raleigh, North Carolina, but we also have an office in Birmingham.
Hi, Karen Baum Hesselberg, and I've been a nurse for 40-some years, so we are into health and nutrition. If I can help you with anything, please let us know.
Only get one of them at a time, I guess. Carter Sherman, Frog Print Studios, and I'm a commercial editorial and portrait photographer.
Thanks, Carter. He also volunteers for LA2M by taking pictures, so come and get your picture taken with Carter. But anyway, so my name is Derek Marabon, CEO of Ingenix Digital Marketing. We are a digital agency in town. We're actually 2 doors away. It's so nice to be close to Connors every Wednesday. And I also do teach at MSU. You know, I thought you were familiar, so good to see you. Yeah, Tatiana was a great student in my new media driver's license class at MSU, which is a real honor to teach there. And so, thanks, Dave. You know, this talk I thought was really, really cool. I always like talks that expand my mind. You know, it's nice to be able to come to lunch and expand your mind, and it's a very Ann Arbor thing to do. And let's give Dave Linabury one more big round of applause. And so, you know, next week, let me just pull up my iPhone app, designed by Wayne Akers, engineer. Yeah, this iPhone app rocks. Okay, so next week, I'm seeing people, I'm seeing skylines. Oh, that's the Detroit skyline, okay. And that's Kyle Stoof, Nikki Steffen, Jackie Hallis, and Brian Ambrosi, who is, what was the name of your team?
Motown.
Yeah, Team Motown for the South by Southwest Chevy event. So they're going to be talking. There's going to be a panel discussion. It's going to be really cool. It's a rare chance to see these people and hear their experience, how they road trip down to South by Southwest. I think they were sponsored by Chevy, and their very own Tiffany Reisner is going to moderate. So you don't want to miss it. Bring a friend, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, folks. Oh, the crowd juice demo didn't work out because the Wi-Fi wasn't good. So we're going to send out an email of how you can sign up for crowd juice. It's really cool. It's easy to do, and we'll officially launch it next week. All right? Thanks.
Thank you.